Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Glad to have you guys here on this Tuesday, the 17th of August, 2021. Guys, it's going down. It's going to go down hard. What it is we're entering into the front side of a downturn right now. It ain't lasted. I don't think it's going to last until Christmas. The money's running out too quick. The America's turned into a sieve. A sieve being the thing you drain spaghetti in. You know, you pour the water in, it runs out as fast as you pour it in. That's the way the money is right now. You might as well burn it. But the thing is during the downturn, they'll run into the money. I mean fiat currencies. They'll run into the fiat currencies. We see the dollar going up today. I'll tell you guys what. This downturn, I don't think is going to last very long. And I think it could be pretty. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Boy, we're in for the roller coaster now. Up, down, up, down. But ultimately up. Because they can't let the system deflate. It's as simple as that. So let's get started. Let's get open the markets right here and take a look at what's going on. We see silver turning down, gold turning down. Gold's at $17.81 today. It's down $5.30. And now let's switch over and take a look at silver. Silver today is $23.61, and it's turning down. It's down 22 cents on the day so far. Cryptocurrency, it's turning down too. It was over $2 trillion industry yesterday, and now it's at $1,988 billion, so it's $1.98 billion. So it's starting to turn down a little bit too. 45,723 for Bitcoin today. Next thing we're going to take a look at is the Dow, and the Dow's down 329 points. This could be the start of something big. We're going to have to watch and see, but I'm expecting this downturn was coming in the early part of next year. It might be coming right now. It's the upturn on the other side of this you guys got to watch out for. That's what you got to watch out for, is the upturn. After this downturn's over. Because that's when the dollar's going to really start to burn, guys, is on the upturn. That's when I think confidence is going to be lost. So we're in for a downturn and an upturn. A downturn and an upturn. That's what we're in for. Downturn and an upturn. I know I said that 3 times, but this is turbulence. Massive turbulence directly ahead. You know? First down, then up. And then the dollar's going to crash. We're headed toward a sovereign debt crisis. It's the upturn that's going to make the dollar crash. We got to get through this downturn first, guys. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look now at oil today. $67.57 today for oil. And we're looking at it moving up a little bit for the price of oil today. Let's take a look now at the MOVE index. 59.40 for the MOVE index. The MOVE index is moving downwards a little bit today. It's down 12% on the day so far. We're going to take a look at bonds and rates. And we're looking at rising yields, but it's insignificant. So we're looking at a U.S. 10-year at 1.26, and we're looking at the U.S. 30-year at 1.92. Now let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. 93.12 on the U.S. dollar index, and the dollar is rising. So I'm going to sum it up for you guys. Basically, what's happening is right now, they poured tremendous money in to support the economy through COVID. COVID ain't going away. It's mutating like crazy. New variants coming. It's still going to be impacting the economy. At the same time, we've got a downturn coming because they realize that they're causing too much inflation. They're trying to cut back, but that downturn is gonna scare them, and they're gonna start to print again. And then confidence is going to start to be lost in the fiat currencies, and they're going to burn, baby, burn. And ultimately, we're going to get to a certain point where that's going to start to impact the people on the street, who are going to be very upset because they're losing their lifestyles. And then we could be looking at unrest, tremendous unrest in the whole world. Basically, what they're doing is they're slowly but surely, our countries, doesn't matter where you're at, I don't care if you're in the UK right now, or here in Canada, or the United States, or if you're down in New Zealand, or a lot of people listen to my show everywhere, doesn't matter where you're at, the entire world right now is in the process of becoming what we saw happen to Venezuela. That's it. I'm pretty much summing it up for you guys. The entire world's going to look like Venezuela. And, you know, and Venezuela is still are, but in their hyperinflation. What happens is crime increases exponentially. It's tremendous, you know, because poverty increases, and blackouts increase. Venezuela experienced many blackouts, you know. No money to support the infrastructure, you know. That's why I'm a plus on this infrastructure bill. I think this is a good idea. But the problem with this is now the way everything is the money doesn't get to where it's supposed to get to anymore. It just gets all pilfered. And the rich, they get richer and richer and richer, and we get poorer and poorer and poorer. What it is you ever been out in the forest or whatever, you're going to lay down a campfire and you get a stick and you start to bend it, and it bends and bends and bends and bends, and the pressure keeps coming on more and more. That's us. That's the world. We're all being bent, and at what point are all the world's going to snap? Because the pressure keeps getting greater and greater and greater. It's coming from every different angle. Viruses and joblessness and them printing more money and their money losing value, and it just, after a while, it gets overwhelming. And what happens is people out there are real people in this economy. And they're feeling this pressure, and the pressure's growing greater and greater. At what point do they snap? And do they snap all at once, everybody worldwide? Or do they continue to wither away, and slowly it becomes a world where it's commonplace to see kids rummaging through the dump trying to find food or whatever, you know, like a third world country? You hear a giant sucking sound out there. It's our central banks buying the world and making themselves... What do you think they're doing when they're buying mortgage-backed securities? People don't know. What's mortgage-backed security? That's your house. Mortgages, backed securities. They lump all your houses together into a big package deal, and then they sell them as securities. And they're selling the world. The central banks are allowed to buy gold, they're allowed to buy silver, and they can buy mortgages, mortgage-backed securities. They can buy all your homes, and they're buying the world with a printing press. Of course, what's going to happen? Well, the money they're printing on that printing press to buy the world with is going to become worth nothing. That's what you're going to get left with. Well, they own everything. And they're impoverishing. What's happened is the world is becoming slowly but surely impoverished. We see living standards. We see people's living standards just falling through the floor. Used to be, one person in the house could work and make enough money to save money and run your household. And food costs were minuscule. Part of your budget. Well, now food costs are becoming a bigger and bigger chunk of your budget. And in the end, you won't even be able... excuse me, it's going to lead to hard choices. Do I eat this month or do I pay the rent? I don't know where all this is leading in the end, guys, but honest to gosh, it's crazyville. And we got a bunch of maniacs running the system. We got monkeys at the switch. Basically, it's Hoover Dam. We're living below the dam, and we got a bunch of monkeys up there at the switch. Chimps, gorillas, up there at the switch. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.